Hi friends, so yesterday you sent me some awesome predictions about which objects that I found at home that you think were going to sink or which one you thought were going to float. So today we're going to get to test it out to see if your predictions were correct. So our first object that I have, I'll move this closer so you can see what happens, is a paper clip. And like I said yesterday, my paper clip is pretty light, but it is also made of metal and has a lot of holes in it. So I wrote down my friend's prediction so that we can count together. So for our paper clip, I had 1, 2, 3, 4 friends say that they think that it's going to sink, and 0 friends say that they think that it is going to float. So let's see what our predictions are. All right. What happened? Do you see it? Where'd it go? I went to the bottom. So that means that it sunk. So all my friends were correct. 4 friends said that it was going to sink, and they were all correct with their prediction. That's awesome. The next thing that I had was my seashell. And my seashell, I said, was very heavy. And it has a hole in it too. So think about where the water might go and what might happen. So let's see. Again, we had all 4 friends tell me that the seashell was going to sink. 1, 2, 3, 4 friends tell me that the seashell was going to sink. So let's see what happens. We have our paper clip at the bottom. Let's see what happens with our seashell. I'll hold it up so you can see it. Ready? Whoa. It sunk to the bottom too. It's kind of tall, so it's on the top as well, but it's at the bottom. It's too tall for the water. It's not floating at all. So that one sunk too. All my friends were correct on that prediction. All right, so our next prediction was for our Lego. And we had some different predictions for our Lego. Let's look. We had 1, 2, 3 friends say that the Lego is going to sink, and we had 1 friend say that the Lego is going to float. My Lego is made of plastic and it has some holes at the bottom, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's see. I'm going to move my shell over a little bit so that you can see it a little bit better. All right, let's see. Look. The Lego is floating. It's kind of going under, but it's floating. Maybe when it fills with water, though, it will sink. We'll have to see what happens. It might be one of those ones where it floats and sinks once it fills with water. All right, so that one's floating. So my friend who said it was going to float was correct, but maybe it'll sink later. We'll see. We had one more thing that we were going to put in the water. And it was a rubber duck. A rubber duck. He's pretty light, and he's made of plastic, too, or rubber. And we had all 4 friends say that he was going to float, that the duck was going to float. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see. Let's see if our prediction's correct. He's floating. He's floating at the top. And our Lego's floating too still, so maybe Legos do float in water. So yep, we have 2 things that sunk and 2 things that are floating. Thank you guys so much for all of your predictions. It was so cool to see you guys learning at home. Some of our friends did it at home too. And I'm going to be back tomorrow with a new science lesson. See you guys tomorrow.